A very good evening, Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond, the television network. And we are taking a look on what's happening in the nation without fear, without favor. Amai Emerson Mnangagwa, who is set to go to the United Kingdom, seems to have budged down to pressure from the United Kingdom. Let us take a look into this video first.
My lords, in my teenage years, I grew up literally on Fleet Street, where my father was the rector of the Journalists' Church St Bride's, in the days when the newspapers still clustered around the street. I learnt a lot during that time about the courage of journalists in bringing us news from around the world and in holding the powerful to account. At the journalists' altar in St Bride's, those who have given their lives reporting the news continue to be remembered every day. Today, journalists are under greater threat around the world than ever. In Sudan, at least 7 have been killed since the war broke out, and many have been detained. In Gaza, as Baroness Mubarak and others told us, over 176 journalists and media workers have been killed. In Zimbabwe, a country close to my heart, media freedom has been under siege for decades now. Journalists are regularly intimidated, detained, and on occasion murdered. Printing presses have been blown up, and public dissent is silenced. Journalist Blessed Mhlanga has, as we speak, been detained for 59 days, denied his constitutional right to bail. His crime, having the temerity to conduct an interview with a former war veteran who opposes President Mnangagwa's desire to extend his term in office and who has highlighted the criminal corruption of the regime and the President's family. I note that the President's wife is due to speak at a summit in London in June, and I hope that members of our Parliament who are choosing to take part will challenge Zimbabwe's First Lady on the continued detention of Blessed Mhlanga and the overall brutality of the regime that she represents. And I hope that the government will continue to make clear that there will be no resumption of normal relationships with Zimbabwe while the ZANU-PF regime continues to detain journalists, deny media freedom and defy democratic norms. As Baroness Mubarak said in her excellent speech, there must be consequences for such actions.
So it's now humiliating that Zimbabwe is now identifying with war-torn countries like Sudan, where journalists are now being threatened, they are not safe, and their safety is not guaranteed. And a lot of people believe that Team ZANU-PF had to release Blessed Mhlanga to try and save Mnangagwa from impending humiliation in the UK. Remember, she's visiting the UK in June, and it seems as if the lawmakers in the UK, they are eager to humiliate her, they are eager to put more pressure on her. And a lot of people believe that they had to release Dara Blessed Mhlanga. So, in the first place, why arrest him? Why harass him? Why try to silence him? Why is it that ZANU-PF is trying to force itself on the people's throat? That is so wrong. And as a people, we need to be honest with each other. We need to continue to speak. And the UK are calling for consequences. We do not know what kind of consequences are they talking about. Will there be sanctions? But sanctions won't work because these people, even under sanctions, they've acted with impunity. The only way is to make sure that they bar them from visiting their own countries, or they make ways to make them pay through arrests. So that is the only way you can deal with the dictators. You can't tolerate and celebrate dictators across the world. And, this is good to see Blessed Mhlanga is out, and a lot of people are happy, are celebrating to see that happening. So this is what we have Team Zimbabwe. Everybody is looking forward to see, will Mnangagwa go to UK and won't be humiliated? Time will tell. And Zimbabwe shall be free. Let us continue to be hopeful. Let us remain loyal to the struggle, because there is no any other alternative except the one which is going to be placed by God for the people and for on behalf of God himself. So this is Team Zimbabwe. We have a lot to cover this evening, And let us meet in other episodes as well as other broadcasts. I just want to acknowledge my sister Regina. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for encouraging people of Zimbabwe to continue to pray.